welcome to Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about ideas to help you fund your next big idea. My guest this segment is Mark Mitchell, who is the director of what's called the TriTech Small Business Development Center in Riverside, California. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, first of all, a little bit about TriTech.
The short version is TriTech is funded from a grant, partially funded from a grant from the U.S. Small Business Administration. Our focus is working with innovation-driven companies, which are typically high-tech, high-growth companies, and they tend to be companies that are looking for equity funding, so it would be angel or venture capital as opposed to debt financing like a bank loan or that type of thing.
If you talk to organizations that deal with small businesses or even some large businesses, most will say that their number one most critical issue is access to capital. Would you agree?
I would agree with that, but I don't think that's not always the case.
Okay.
But they would tell you that.
Mm-hmm. You have a forum coming up, I know, in Riverside that it sounds really unique because you're putting together the people with ideas with the people with money, right? I mean, it's speed dating like, right?
Well, exactly, and interesting you say that because we call it, there's a segment during the funding forum called the speed dating process. So
tell me about that.
Well, it's a little interesting. Again, we're able to pull in a number of angel investors, and not a lot, but a few venture capitalists. So there's typically around 35 angel investors that we have. We give the entrepreneurs an opportunity to sit in front of an angel investor and maybe sometime, in many cases, for the first time in their life, really sit and present their deal and then look into the mind of an investor to find out really what it takes. If they're looking for funding, what's going through that person's mind to say, what is going to take that guy to write me a check? But I have to also mention to you, this program is strictly for educational purposes, but most people don't get the opportunity to sit down, one-on-one with an angel or venture capitalist and say, here's my deal, what do you think? Well,
you've been doing this, this will be your fifth year for doing this.
Fifth year, absolutely.
So it's for educational purposes, but if there's an investor who's got some money, thinks you've got a great idea, can you go out in the hallway or the next day, get together and make a deal?
It's been known to happen. But we just have to be careful with certain SEC regulations that there's no public solicitation. Mm-hmm. It's again, and we don't want people thinking, well, I'm going to sit across this guy and Steve's going to write me a check this afternoon. Right. It's like, come, learn, build the relationship, get to know these guys and get to know how they think, then ask them for money.
So I know you have a little competition going on. Who's got the best idea, right?
Well, we have what we call a fast pitch, and then from the fast pitch, which is a 90-second fast pitch, we're going to select 4 finalists. These 4 finalists go before what we call the Piranha Pool. So this is a team of 5 angels and VCs, and much like I think it's the TV series Shark Tank on TV, they get the opportunity to present their deal and then get the feedback. And then, of course, you have a live audience of about 300 people that get to see this in action, how it takes place, and then they'll do what they call a text polling and also pick who they think should have won.
That sounds amazing. We only have a few seconds left.
Sure.
So tell the folks, if they want to participate, how can they do that?
Steve, I would, again, it's going to be in Riverside at La Sierra University, and if I may, our website is TriTech, TriTechSBDC.com.
Okay, great. Well, if we have any idea people out in the audience, I hope they follow that advice.
I certainly hope so as well.
Thanks for being with us. Thanks also to our viewers for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, also on My Government On Demand. Have a great day.